Yo, yo, can you guys see me alright? What's up, Will? Did you see your name I drew it the other day? I don't know if you hung around long enough. I drew your name and you weren't there to be stoked about it. Okay, should be good to go. Alright, sorry guys, just posting to Instagram real quick. Oh, sick. Welcome back, Brody. Can you guys hear me all good and everything? Like my mic's not too loud or anything like that? It's just hard to tell, because I'm watching it on another screen and it looks like shit. Alright, well, while we're waiting for people to join, I might as well do a quick one. And I'll do your name, Brody. I don't think I did yours last time. Did I? I don't know. Did I? No, it doesn't matter. I'm doing it anyway. I sound fine, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm still pretty new to this thing, so I'm trying to get the hang of it. Still learning. But let me know if there's anything in particular you guys want me to show you, like if there's anything you've seen on my Instagram or anything like that. Then yeah, I can just run through how to do that and draw one or something like that. I drew this just before, and I was thinking about doing another one of those if you guys were keen to see that as well. Don't know why I did that S so big. Yep, that's it. I'm trying to make a habit out of it. I want to live stream more often and just like talk to people and teach and stuff like that. It's good fun, so thought I'd do another one, why not? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm just warming up though, man. I might have gone a bit too heavy. What are you guys up to anyway? Besides obviously watching me. Oops. Three AM, damn, whereabouts do you live, man? Oh, true. Well, it's just after 7 at night here, so... Whoops. Oh, whoops. Serbia, damn, we've got people from all over the place. That's rad. Thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Canada, America, Indonesia, Serbia. Nice. Australia. was thinking I'll probably just oh, South Africa, that's rad. Oh man, so many countries. I was thinking I might just draw a few names and stuff like that while I'm just kind of getting warmed up and see if people join and what people want to learn or want to see me draw. I usually end up just drawing a lot of names, but we'll see what happens. Depends on what you guys want, I guess, as well. Right, it's one name down already, 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in. Don't know any short courses. Not really. Hey, I'm actually thinking about doing a workshop or something like that, but I don't know. Hey, no one. It was pretty hard for me to learn. There wasn't really anyone to teach, but I learnt by pretty much watching a lot of YouTube videos and stuff like that, and a lot of Skillshare. And actually what I'm doing now is pretty much, it's really, really similar to when I work on paper and I work with a Sharpie, except instead of using layers in Photoshop, I just would use tracing paper and a Sharpie or something like that. So it is pretty similar. For the brushes at the moment, like when I'm doing my lettering and stuff, it's always just the default standard brush that's up here. But I have a whole bunch of other brushes that I have made and bought and stuff like that over time, which I use for doing textures and stuff. So like if I just chuck like one of these down, so that's how I get those halftones and stuff in the background of my Instagram photos and stuff like that. So I think I've actually got, yeah, I have a video already on my channel about how I make the actual textures. I haven't done a video about making them into brushes yet, but yeah, I make it from all kinds of stuff. Like you can literally just put dirt on a piece of paper and scan it if you want. I think the one I did on my video, I actually just took a photo of the road out the front of my old house and just cranked the levels out of it to basically make it black and white, and just used like all the gravel texture and made a texture with that. So yeah, you can use anything, which is what's awesome about it. And you're welcome, bro. I'm gonna draw another one now. Who's gonna be next? Any volunteers? What is this terrible music? It's so hard for me to get music to listen to while I stream, because YouTube has this thing where if I'm listening to background music, it can detect what it is, and I get smashed with all these emails and stuff about copyright. So I have to literally search for no copyright to listen to stuff. But none of them are ever any good. It's never anything heavy. Anyway, ran over. yeah, I didn't even know you could tilt it until like sort of recently as well. I actually made a video about it like a couple of weeks ago, because that was when I figured it out, and I was like, oh man, this whole time I've been like turning my tablet fully sideways to try and get lines straight and stuff like that. So it's a new thing for me. Yeah, I can draw names to heaps of you guys. So do you want me to just do Hacklock Heather or your full name? And how your sticker's going, by the way. Good, I hope. And yeah, I'll do heaps of names for you guys. There's heaps of time, so I don't really have anything else planned. Capital G. Yeah, there's heaps of ways you can do a good G. If I just want to do a simple one like this, I'd probably just keep it something like that. Just a normal one. Then I could do one with a tail underneath as well that can loop up. So if I had like your name there, you could do one like that. If you didn't want to do the tail, you could do one that loops the other way up here as well, like above, and that could like cross off the T in the word Gareth, for example. So if I draw your name after, I might do that actually. But that's just like the simple script sort of style. This stuff's not overly technical. yeah, you just press R and like click and drag. It's lifesaver. And then you don't even have to change from the back to the brush tool, like back to the rotate tool, I mean, you just hit escape and it just snaps back. It's rad. How old was I when I started? I only started drawing like 18 months ago to 2 years ago, maybe. Just when I was at work, I hated my job, so I used to just watch videos on the internet at lunchtime and draw. And that was literally how the whole thing started, eh? And now I do it all day, every day, for money. And yeah, that's just it. So I always sketched out real simple like that, and then I can add in flourishes and stuff later because there's like infinite possibilities, you know. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I actually learnt from John as well. I actually took John's Skillshare class, the original, the first one. I took that like a year and a half ago. That was around the time I was starting out lettering as well. I learnt so much from that. That was basically where I learnt like a lot of about turning my sketches into vector and stuff, because I was doing everything on paper back then as well. So Sharpie and then scanning it and then image tracing it and stuff. So I actually learnt a lot of that off John. What kind of H can I do? So I could curve it here and maybe capital H is actually one of the ones that I have a lot of trouble with, I reckon, but that's good. I suppose that's all the more reason to draw them. Yeah, I might do one like that. You just started a year ago. That's good, man. Like, it's just, I feel like a bit of a broken record because I say this a lot, but it's honestly just like an hours game. Hey, like, I started like 18 months to 2 years ago, and I just was putting in a couple of hours after work every single night, pretty much, and just posting whatever I did on Instagram. So you can even like scroll back through my profile, not even that far, you know, and it's like just atrocious stuff that I've just left there. But nice to look back every now and then, I guess, and cringe. But know that you've progressed as well, I guess, so. Gotta rotate that canvas. Oh, that was shocking. Shocking. It's too much pressure with you guys watching me, that's why. And because I never draw H. Casey, yeah, I did work for Bring the Horizon. I did a lyric video for them, and I did like a merch range for the last album when it came out. I've never heard of Casey, man. I listen to like not anything even close to what I'm listening to now. I pretty much only listen to like metal and hardcore and heavy stuff, but unfortunately everything's copyrighted. I made the mistake of doing that on my first video, and when I finished the live stream, I got like 50 emails from YouTube saying that I'd infringed on all this copyright and all these people were being notified and blah 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 blah. So I learned my lesson. Right now, I'm listening to a band a lot called While She Sleeps. They have a new album that's out. It just came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And that's pretty much on repeat for me. But I don't think too many people would listen to the live stream if I had that playing. So, you know, sacrifices we make, you know. Yeah, I take it you're a fan of architects, by the way, with your name, Gareth. That is. Yeah, that takes a while. Hey, it's but you'll never look back, honestly. Like once you get the hang of it. The good thing about the Wacom as well is it has like the screen has a texture to it, so it almost feels a bit like paper, like it's yeah, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's not like an iPad. Like I've used the iPad Pro, I actually used to have one, and it's really different. It's really slippery. Oh, man, this music sucks. Come on. Oh, whoops. That's funny. Yeah, it's like it's hard to describe. It feels like there's a bit of a friction to it, and it feels a lot more natural because that to me is like a lot closer to working with paper. Whereas when you work on like an iPad, if you just imagine drawing on your phone with like a metal pen, it just like it kind of feels like it just slips and slides all over the screen. But I've been working on one of these for a while now, so that could just be me. But yeah, I use my Wacom heaps now. I probably neglected it for a while when I was first lettering. Like I just couldn't get the hang of it, so I just kept going back to pen and paper. But I've after a while now, I really like it. So yeah, it's one of those things. What is this music? Oh man. Ah, dear. All right. Oops. I'm glad you're a fan of Architects, bro. Epic band. I think they're on tour here right now, actually. I didn't get tickets though, but I saw them last time. Right. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Whoops. Whoops. Need my guidelines. Can't not have guidelines. Alright, let's do this G, hey? So if I'm like deciding, and you're welcome, Heather. When I'm deciding like what to use for the G, for example, I would normally, I just draw everything in real simple first, and then I start adding all that stuff in later on. So So we could do either. We can do one down here to make things a bit different and just draw that in there. And then the other thing is we could draw a line here, or I could not bother to connect these, but instead I could do a ligature here instead. Yeah, that feels better. That's more natural, I think. I mean, I could connect both, really. Yeah, dude, if it's getting off angle, easy. What I would do, I mean, obviously I'm drawing in Photoshop so I can duplicate stuff real easy, but I always just do this. So I always have my guidelines, like no matter how much I draw type, even though I can freehand stuff pretty well now, I still just do it because otherwise I start spotting heaps of mistakes later on anyway. But what I would do is draw a line like this, then I would duplicate it heaps of times. Or obviously if you're using pencil and paper, you could just use a ruler and just draw them all in like that, and that way it's really good, like it's really easy to keep your lines consistent. Another thing I do is before I lay out my letters and where they're going to go, I draw like just a general circle. Like when I was starting out, I would just kind of draw a circle like that and just kind of get a feel for like where all the spacing is to make sure all my words were lined up and symmetrical before I committed like too much effort into actually drawing them. So yeah, that's pretty much what I always did, and now I guess just over time I don't really have to do it as often, but yeah, every now and then, like if I'm working on something really serious for a client or whatever, then yeah, I probably would still do a lot of that stuff really. Hey Ricardo, how's it going? Oh, that's alright, man. My pleasure. And yeah, dude, you just did I just delete that by accident? Whoops. Yeah, you just gotta do it every day, man. That's like the best advice I can give. Is it's just hours. It's just an hours game. I feel like I say that a lot, but I might actually go a bit thicker for this. Whoops. Yeah. I'm happy to send them out. I'm just thinking about the easiest way to send them to you. Maybe DM me on Instagram or something, and I'll keep files of them afterwards when I'm done, and then I can just like send you a Dropbox link or something like that. And yeah, man, I'm totally fine with it as long as you're not like selling it or something. Then I have no issues with it whatsoever. Yeah, I think that looks a bit more natural, maybe. Might add one in here too. Nah, maybe here instead. I'll draw your name, bro. Is it spelt just like it is there? I feel rude, but I don't want to try and pronounce it on the stream because I know I'm going to get it wrong. Oh, right, yeah, you said that before. Yep, cool. Gotcha. I might have to hide these now. They're getting in the way. But I like looking at them. I like having them there. Oh, fine. Four letters. This is easy. And then I make a mistake. You're welcome, man. My pleasure. Trying to think what other cursive looking E's I've seen. I don't know that I've ever seen one other than that. Because we don't really want to just do a boring one. Oh well. This one it is. Just like that. All right. My favorite artist, probably Gemma O'Brien. What's her thing again? Mrs. Eves, I think it is. I'll Google it real quick. I'll show you guys. There you go. This is probably my favorite artist. She's also Australian. She does epic murals, heaps of good type work. Yeah, like check that out, dude. How rad is that? Oh man. Yeah, probably Gemma. Another one would be Young Jerks, Dan and Dan. If you don't know these guys already, they are epic. So it's Dan and Dan. Dan Casaro is that dude there, and he does like tons of the custom type stuff. So a lot of the type stuff's done by him, and the other Dan does a lot of the illustrations, I think. Like all that stuff, so rad, so good. These are people that are like at the pinnacle, they're like at the peak of success as far as design goes. Like look at that, even those icons are awesome. That type would all be custom as well, like vectored in Illustrator. Just rad, 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 rad. Oh man, so good. Makes me feel so shit. Look at that. So yeah. Oh yeah, Christian. Yeah. I like Christian's work. I went through a phase where I was just loving Christian's work. Hey. Not that I don't love it anymore, by the way, it's still really good. His photography's next level as well. I feel bad for him because so many people have ripped him off now. I know so many people on Instagram that are just basically copying everything that he does. But yeah. I suppose that's what happens when you become like super popular and all that as well. But yeah. Comes with the territory, I guess. actually, now that you reminded me, why Windows and not Mac? Yeah, so this is my full-time gig now, man. I'm self-employed, so I work from home now. I do have another business, so that I do, like, I print stickers. I don't know if you've seen it on Instagram or not, which is like a side business. So while I'm drawing, I print stickers for people as well, which is pretty good. So it's a bit of extra cash. But my background was IT before this. I did my degree in IT and worked in IT for years, and was a developer and stuff. Why Windows and not Mac? More customization on Windows. I use both, but yeah, typically PC these days. Cheaper. Yeah, way cheaper to build. Like, I built this computer that I'm using now for like $1,200, and it's probably the equivalent to about a $5,000 iMac at the moment. I actually sold my MacBook Pro to build this computer, and I still had half of the cash left over anyway. So, and more easy to upgrade as well. Way easy to upgrade. I can just go online, buy another hard drive, more RAM, new graphics card, plug it in, and it's done, sort of thing. So get way more life out of them than a Mac anyways. And I can say that because I worked in IT for fucking years. I used to fix them before that for years too. So I saw it all. Not really sure what I'm doing, by the way. 26, man. So I didn't even start, like, I started learning graphic design at 25, because I'm 27 this year, so I started at, yeah, the age of 25. So I didn't do art at school or anything like that, so. Oh, well, I've been doing it for twice as long as you there, man, so you should look at the work I was doing a year ago. It was shit. It's just time, that's it. Just time. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. I attribute a lot of it, to doing something every single day and posting something on Instagram every single day. And that's pretty much it. It just gradually grew and grew and grew. And yeah, you can scroll back through the stuff on my Instagram. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so cringe. But a lot of people delete them, but I just leave them there. It's like, whatever. It is what it is. No point in hiding the fact that it's so bad. But even looking back at like stuff I was doing 2 months ago, I look back and I still cringe at it, just because it's old and bad. I don't know what I'm doing. What the hell was that going to be? Might get rid of these actually. But yeah, it really is, consistency is exactly right, because like you could ask my fiance, like, you know, if I got home from work and I didn't get a chance to sit down and draw and stuff, I used to just get so mad and so cranky and stuff, and like that was it. Like I just knew that the sooner I got better, the sooner I could quit my shitty job anyway. Oh, that should probably be that way, really. I have a Facebook page, man. I don't use it too much, but I don't really use Twitter at all. But my Facebook is facebook.com, and then it's / mark, type, and lettering. If you can remember that. But yeah, I only recently started that. Like I have like 100 likes or something. Like it's almost not even worth having, because Facebook doesn't show your posts to anyone anyway. But yeah, I've been thinking about making a Twitter, but I don't know. I think I have a Twitter with the same username as my Instagram account, MarkyIH, or something similar to that. And my Instagram posts get automatically shared there, I think, but I never actually use it at all. It's part of the reason why I started YouTube as well, is because I was like only ever really using Instagram, and I always liked YouTube, but I was always a bit scared to make videos and stuff like that. That's why I thought, oh, I'll just you know, start doing live streams and stuff and tutorials and that. Yeah, yeah, Christian is pretty good. Christian's done real well for himself now too. He's got like 500 and something thousand Instagram followers. I saw he just released his book as well. Got like a bunch of staff working for him, you know, so good on him, I reckon. There's plenty to go around, I reckon, as well. There's plenty of work to go around, so, you know, every time someone else does well, that's just good. That's good stuff. Sorry. Sorry, I just had to get rid of that text. It wouldn't stop going off. Thank you, man, for the like. Appreciate that. Yeah, streaming's cool. It's fun. It's kind of nerve-wracking having people watch me, because every time you make a mistake, it's like cringe. But yeah, you know, I think a lot of people don't like doing it as well, because they have to give away what they do. You know what I mean? Like you can see the process and stuff, and I don't think many people like that. Especially all the guys that are using fonts and calling it lettering, but you know, I won't start. Speaking of processes and stuff, there anything you guys want me to draw or want to learn how I do anything in particular, or any particular letter or anything like that, just hit me up. Otherwise I'm just going to keep refining this EN endlessly. And oh, okay, yeah, I'll make it end actually. There you go. I always keep my sketches super rough and super ugly. I don't like to commit. Otherwise I find if I don't like be real scratchy like that, I try too hard to commit and get the line perfect the first time, and it's just stupid. It never works anyway. Just end up getting real frustrated. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. A flower, yeah, I can try draw a flower, like a traditional tattoo style one. To be honest, I'm not that good at that sort of stuff, but I'm happy to try and show you how I've started doing them anyway. That's like something that I'm working on now, is more illustration and stuff like that. But the ones that you see on Instagram took a long time for me to get right. But I know a lot of guys that just get like a photograph of a rose and just or a flower or whatever and just trace it pretty much, and then just like strip it back further and further and further. So this here is why you draw guidelines, because this is shocking. They're not leveled up. This E is like twice as wide as everything else. Anyway, the way that I've sort of learned how to draw a flower, not that I really have, but don't laugh at me, but I think about the bud thingy in the middle, whatever, I don't even know if that's what it's called. The thing in the middle, I'm going to call it, goes somewhere like that. And then where all the like petals go, it would be a circle, but you don't want it to be like centered around like an egg. You want it to be down a bit, sort of thing, because like if you ever look at a traditional tattoo style one, you'll notice that the leaves at the top are always really small, and like all the massive ones are near the bottom down here. So I kind of just draw a rough circle in to plot out where everything's going to go as well, and then I just start dividing it up a bit like a pizza pretty much, and I usually have a couple of smaller ones up the top here. And then the bud thingy, if that's even what it's called, how do I even explain this? It kind of just has like a lip to it, like that. Hello. Sorry, my dog's come to say hello. Yeah, it kind of has like a weird lip shape thing to it. And then in the middle of it, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can draw it. Some people do the middle bit like with a spirally type thing, like that, I think. Something like that. And I think I do most of my ones, I kind of just draw them in like this. Just like little hills in there. Then for my leaves, I start to bring them in a bit more, like just round off those corners there. And then, I can already tell this is kind of out of proportion, but I'll just commit anyway. But the leaves, I kind of, if I draw this bottom one, I have a corner, like like a round edge. Then it comes in a bit, and then in the middle it goes back out a bit, like that sort of thing. No, it's probably a bit too much. Maybe, yeah, probably a bit more like that. And then one overlaps the other, so this line here would actually be the next leaf, so it sort of goes in like that, and then yeah, you just keep drawing them in. And then you add in like another inside line, kind of like this. And then remember, because I get to the edge here, this line that's coming out is actually the next leaf, so it would cut off there, it gets like overlapped. So then I'd have another line that comes out here. And then another line that comes out here, whoops. And then eventually you end up with a double up, I'm pretty sure, so one of them has to have both sides, I think. Actually, no, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, so it looks something like that. That's a bit awkward, but would probably need to be scaled sort of down like that a bit more, I think. Yeah, I don't know. And yeah, then you just kind of color it red when it's done. But you only color in like the bits that are inside, like you leave the red outline thingo. So it would be colored in through here. And yeah, hopefully that makes some sense. This one's obviously pretty crap, but that's just how I sort of do them. I'm not very good still, but it looks something like that. And then same sort of thing in here. And then little things, you leave like a little bit more white around the edges of those two, kind of thing. So yeah, that's just like a super rough, crappy way to give you an idea of just like my process, but obviously I spent ages trying to refine them because I still suck at drawing them, but yeah. You can do some skulls or something if you want. That does not look good. That was terrible. I couldn't wait to delete that. I hope there's only 12 people watching, so all good. For Instagram, yeah, dude, seriously, just post something every single day. That's exactly what I did. Post something every day and put some like relevant hashtags on it, not spammy ones, but just ones that are actually relevant, like lettering, type, and stuff. And I do that same thing. You can look at my posts to do the exact same thing every single day. And it's just gradually snowballed, slowly better. Thank you for the kind words, but that was definitely not that's definitely not good. But I'll draw a skull because I can do a lot of skulls. So I love drawing blades. I'm not very good at blades yet as well, but I like drawing them for sure. I've drawn so many skulls now that it's a bit like lettering, like it just becomes a bit more second nature after a while. Like you just kind of learn, you know, how to just rough in the shape like that, I guess. Always keep it super loose and rough. I used to find that like a lot of the ideas, this might be a bit of a tangent, but the reason I keep things super rough is because I'd always have an idea and then be like, oh yeah, this is gonna look good, and I'll commit and try and draw it perfect first go, and then afterwards I realized that it was just like a bad idea, like it was a bad layout, or it wasn't symmetrical, or like it just didn't work, and then I'd always get angry because I'd put in all this effort. So now I sketch everything super rough like that, and quickly I can decide straight away whether it's gonna work or if I can just scrap it and move on. That's good, man. I've been posting every day for like 2 years, so that's what it takes. And yeah, I get less and less likes now because Instagram has started limiting like reach and stuff like that. So I've taken screenshots of some of my posts, and the reach on the ones I was posting like a few months ago, you know, out of 15,000 followers or whatever, that like 8,000, 9,000 would see them, and now Instagram shows my posts to like 2,000 people, sometimes 500 people. Like it's crazy. So unfortunately, nothing you can do though. That's just the way they want to do it. Give them a bit more jaw. Yeah, post your Instagrams in there as well. I'll check them out after. I mean, I recognize a lot of your names and stuff, so I probably already know who you are or follow you or something, but by all means, don't be shy. Feel free to post them in there. And Can't believe how many different places you guys are from. Oh my god, baby. The man, the myth, the legend, Harry Reid has tuned in. Oh, that's you. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I already know who you are. But yeah, sweet. Sorry. Just had to get rid of some annoying notifications. Alright. Let's finish off this skull, eh? Oh, whoops. I like to make my skulls weird and like kind of wavy. Guess it's just like another way to make them look a little bit different. Thank you, Harry. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much, my friend. If you just tuned in, I've been drawing heaps of people's names. I can draw yours next, mate. I can draw yours next. Alright, sounds good, man. I'll catch you later, dude. Have a good one, if I don't see you later. $11 people watching right now, guys. I have made it. This is it. This must be what PewDiePie feels like. It's really awkward looking. It looks like bald. I know that sounds stupid, but it looks like he's got a big bald head. I'm gonna have to do something about that. My next lettering piece will be "Fuck the Wall Street Journal." Maybe I just need to go on Fiverr, pay someone to do something racist, and then I can be famous like PewDiePie. Maybe that's the secret to making it. Maybe I've been doing it wrong all this time. Just start doing some more animation soon as well. I think I've started learning animation recently as well in my free time, so I think that's another area I'd like to get better at, and like more video editing and stuff as well. Oh, you guys complimenting each other, it's so nice. I'm gonna have to lurk all of you after this. I feel like I've looked at your work the other day, Brody. I'm sure I did. Well, one way to find out. Yeah, I looked at your work the other day. I'm sure I did after we spoke. Yeah, that's nice, hey? I should have looked at it on my computer, then we could all lurk together, you know? You guys could lurk through me. Anyway, that's a bit creepy, I suppose. Oh, this music's so bad, what the Ugh, you know what, I'm gonna put something on and I'm just gonna deal with the fact that I'm gonna get a copyright notice for it, and you know, we'll just live with that then. Ah, that's better. Instruments, you know, not computers, instruments. That's how I like my music. Alright guys, what's next? You dictate the way. Delete that rubbish, that garbage. Oh yeah, it's always so good when you get something that ends in a Y. It's always going to be so easy. Like you just basically like a cheat. It's like a cheat pass to get a Y like this, because then you can just instantly make anything crappy look better with a little tail like that. Coffee drinker for sure, man. I am a caffeine addict, eh? It's probably not good. Wonder if I can do something in here too. That could be cool. I don't think I've done that before. Get rid of this skull. Might be overkill, maybe. Yeah, Y and G. It's like free. It feels like you're cheating. Alright, that's it. That's it. I don't need to do any more. I'm gonna get straight on this. Can you guys hear those sirens in the background? If so, I apologize. It's because I live in the ghetto. Don't be shy about posting your brush lettering. You should see mine. It's so bad. Especially the stuff that I started doing. Ugh. I mean, we can go through my Instagram if you want, if you guys want a confidence boost, because there's some really bad stuff back there. Stuff that I hope no one would ever find, but, you know, if it helps. There's a lot of sirens, eh? I do live in a pretty dodgy neighborhood though, so. Alright, Gareth, man. Have a good one, buddy. Enjoy work. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Oops. Yeah, I keep doing that. Right, that's rough, so I'll just... Oh man, those are bad. It'll cost you one Marky tribute page post, mate, just to remind the people how much I'm crushing it. Nah, that's not good. That's not good enough. Yeah, of course you are. Alright, looking alright. Oh, done, mate. I'll send the invoice. My back's starting to hurt. Yeah, mate, I can, of course. There you go. And there's the guidelines there as well. Man, there's such a delay. Hey, I'm watching it on the other screen. It's like a minute behind. Anyway, probably good time to do one more. I'll draw one more thing. Yeah, dude. Wacom should sponsor me, eh? I love mine, man. I just couldn't live without it now. It's not necessarily that it makes it easier to draw or anything, but it just makes it so much faster to go from like prototyping like that to just quickly onto like a final copy and making adjustments real quick and stuff like that. It's so much faster for doing client work, eh? I used to do lots of stuff on paper, and then, you know, if someone asked for like a change, I'd have to like redraw it on paper pretty much. It's like, yeah. Yeah, no worries, Harry. I'm gonna head off soon anyway as well, man. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Any requests, anyone? Anything you want me to draw? Do I have any interest other than art? Not really. Not really. When I had a normal job, this was my like side interest, and then this was my hobby, and then it became my job. So I feel bad because I'm sitting here not doing anything, but I don't know what to draw. I've drawn so many things. All the things. What will be next? I might actually draw a blade. Looking at my Instagram. I'm going to reuse this guideline since I already drew it. And I'll grab that one. So this is pretty much how I draw blades. There's not really that much to it, I guess. It's pretty straightforward. Actually, I might. Yeah, okay. Sorry, just thinking out loud. I'd say this is pretty much how I draw a blade. Could also do a different grip. think I like the other one better actually. See you later, Brody, man. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm getting ready to bail now anyway. I reckon I'll probably wrap it up there. Looks like most people have left now anyway, because only a few of you guys left. But yeah, anyway, it's like 8:30 and I got a bunch of stuff to do still for clients and that. So I think I will get ready to make a move. Oh man, my stream's so far behind. I'm watching it now and I haven't even finished filling in that blade yet. That's crazy. Alright guys, well yeah, I think I'm gonna head off, but thank you very, very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It's good fun to draw when other people are around and talking and making requests and stuff, and it's fun to draw names and practice and teach and see what you guys are up to. So yeah, thank you for watching from everywhere. If you haven't already, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel as well, that'd be good. But yeah, in the meantime, catch me on Instagram where I live permanently, and yeah, I will catch you guys soon. I'll probably do another one. I mean, it depends, like if people are enjoying the live streams and stuff, I want to start doing them like every couple of days, but it really just depends how many people are enjoying it and benefiting from it kind of thing. So hopefully over time it will grow a little bit more. So yeah, anyways, thanks guys, have a good one. I'll talk soon.